G'day Flesh Males, my name is Juice Stain, and today I'm actually going to be giving my thoughts on Just Cause 4, and personally I think this is a really amazing game, but I also want to talk about the bases, the enemies, the vehicles, which I'm showing off my piloting skills right now, and the vehicles in this game just feel really great. I mean, you know, of course it's microjet, so it's pretty agile, as you can tell. It's not like an airline or anything like that, so it's definitely maneuverable. But, you know, I also kind of want to talk about how awesome the freaking world looks, which I'm actually showing off right now. Kind of turn my camera around. Yep, there it is. It's a pretty beautiful game, to be honest. I mean, they really did put a lot of work into this game. It's pretty great, you know. Everything looks amazing, feels amazing. And I'm glad that, you know, it all just kind of, it just looks so great, you know. I'm glad I was able to get this game. So, also since I'm coming up on this base, I want to talk about it. So the bases in this game are completely different than they were in Just Cause 3. Obviously, because, you know, in Just Cause 3, the bases were so centered around destruction. In this game, they're more of missions, like little side missions on their own, which I really think is pretty great. You know, Square Enix, or whoever designed the bases, really took their time to make the objectives work and flow well with the game. You know, whether that be hacking something, blowing something up, killing someone, whatever, or, you know, even, you know, helping people escape. I mean, it's just really cool. Also, can we take a second to, like, admire the level design of the base? Like, this place looks amazing, you know. There's a lot of different layers to it. I mean, there's a lot of... The whole layout of the base is just great. I really do love it. You know, I mean, it's pretty good. And I think the bases just are really amazing. You know, they feel different from each other. Each base doesn't feel the same. They all have a different kind of setup as to how they are. You know, some bases will have big-ass artillery guns, some will launch missiles, which, well, it's not, they don't launch missiles, technically you do launch the missiles, but, you know, you shoot them up so that they explode in midair, so you can get rid of them. But this base right here has artillery cannons, and so I'm disabling them, and yeah, the artillery cannons are not very friendly. Definitely, definitely not very friendly at all. Yeah, but I just really love the bases. Also, right now, that's the first enemy I've seen. You know, in this. Oh, she's kind of messed up herself. But I mean, the enemies in this game are just really great. You know, I love how they look, and I love what they are. You know, I mean, there's so much variety when it comes to enemies in this game. There's the Grenadier, which obviously shoots grenades and drops 3 upon death. There's the sniper, easy to avoid, but if you manage to get caught by them, it can easily kill you because it stuns you in place and it does a crap ton of damage. And then there's the rocket launcher, which, you know, has an RPG and a green laser. And so, yeah, I've seen a rocket launcher paired with a sniper, and it's actually pretty terrifying. You get hit by the sniper, and then the rocket launcher just destroys you, because all you can do is kind of stand there for a second, and it's pretty cool. There's the elites, and then there's the super elites. The elites are more heavily armored, however, they're not even close to super elites who have railguns, and you can only kill them with a headshot. You can't kill them with body shots. You can't blow them up. You can't tether them. They're frightening, okay? They're very rare, but they're frightening to run into. And they're just annoying as well. But, you know, then there's also... Let's see, what else? Anyways, of course, there's the regular recruit, which there's nothing really to talk about. They just kind of spawn. You know, there's a lot of them. But they go down pretty easily. So, not a whole lot of... to talk about with the recruits. There's not really a whole lot to talk about with the recruits. Also, the Of course, I've already talked about the base layout, but the weapons in the game also feel different. You know, they feel different. Their secondary fire modes fit them. You know, a lot of them deal with explosives, but some of them also have their stun grenades, or you know, they launch a drone, which I think is pretty cool. But pretty much every gun has a secondary fire mode. Almost every gun. Oh yeah, of course, that's the defender. That's the last enemy type that just killed. And of course they have a big mounted gun. They set down a shield, and it's basically a mounted LMG. It's not the Chonka's mounted LMG, but it's a mounted LMG. And it's pretty freaking awesome. I mean, each enemy type in this game, they have their weaknesses, which you can definitely exploit, you know, to get them. Obviously, you know, the shield, the shield guys, you know, like the full-on shields. You can shoot the little slit that they look out of and kill them with a headshot. There's the guys with the mounted LMGs. You can just, again, headshot them and they'll die pretty quickly. The recruits just die. The super elites just die from headshots. The regular elites also die pretty quickly from headshots. The grenadiers, just kill them from afar, otherwise you're gonna die. The sniper, move around. And the sniper, just move around really quickly and he can't get you. Although, like, if you stand still for too long and they're targeting you, he can definitely hit you pretty quickly. The rocket launcher, same thing, just move around really quickly, he won't be able to target you. Especially if you get up close enough to pull out his secondary, and it won't be able to get you with the rocket launcher. And of course, there's also the drones, which, yes, are also a thing. They're pretty annoying, but all you have to do is shoot them, except for like the bigger drones that shoot rockets, and they're annoying. I'm pretty sure the only thing you really have to do is shoot them. They just take a lot more damage. And there's also like sentries, like guns on walls and stuff. You know, like if you set off an alarm, it'll shoot you, and it's pretty annoying. They're mostly on walls and stuff though. And then of course there's a regular sentry, which basically all it does is it shoots rockets at you, and it has like an electric pulse that sets off whenever you get too close. It's pretty hard to kill, but you can kill it. It's just, again, very, very difficult to do. So yeah, it's enemies are just great, you know, but they offer challenges, but at the same time, they're not hard to kill. I mean, they're balanced. You're a bullet sponge, but at the same time, you can still die. So keep that in mind. And at the same time, the enemies, even though they seem very challenging sometimes, and there can be a lot of them, especially if there's a lot of them, you can still kill them. It's still, you know, you can still survive, but it's harder. Definitely. I'm actually getting closer to that. For that reason here, I just kind of fly around. I don't go to the objective. I thought it was like another thing where I had to turn something off and search for it. So I was just kind of going around killing stuff. I don't quite know why exactly I was killing stuff. But anyway, I'm actually go forward to where like it's very hectic, just kind of give you an example of what it was like, you know, what can happen if you get ganged up on by a bunch of enemies, and of course you are very much killable. So yeah. So the base is definitely, you know, there are a lot of hack this, hack that, do this, do that, kill this person, you know, do this. I mean, that's what bases are in this game. Of course, I don't know if I've already said this, but I mean, I've done so many takes of this that, you know, I'm starting to not remember if I said this or that in this very take. So as you can see, I'm very easily killable. I mean, there's so many enemies. I'm literally about to die. I'm actually kind of amazed I managed to survive. Thankfully, there was cover, but this is one of those things where it's like a remote hack, so you have to stand close to the terminal thing. You know, it says stay in range of the console, and that's what you have to do. Otherwise, you're gonna start losing. You know, losing connection, and then you're gonna have to get closer to it. And again, the enemies, if they get in huge packs, they can easily kill you, and also you can easily run out of ammo, which is another thing that I really want to talk about. This SMG2 that I'm holding has 60 bullets and has one in a single clip and 120 in total, meaning it only has 2 clips. And an SMG, if you don't know, easily burns through bullets. I mean, like, easily. Obviously, I reload after every time I kill an enemy, so it's gonna be more than 2 clips for me. But if, you use up all the ammo in said clip, it's only 2 clips worth. It's still only 2 clips worth, technically. So guns just don't have a lot of ammo in this game. It runs out really quickly. I mean, especially like the special guns, like the experimental guns, like the wind gun, the lightning gun, and the rail gun. Yeah, they run out of ammo pretty quickly. I mean, like, I always find myself having to pick up another gun, which I guess is a good thing because it allows you to try out all the guns, but at the same time it's a bad thing because you don't want to always constantly be running out of ammo, especially in a crucial situation where you need to kill enemies. I mean, you're definitely capable with just your grappling hook because of, all the new grappling hook mechanics such as the booster, the airlifter, and of course the regular retractor that we're all used to if you play just cause game. But, I mean, if you're in a huge swarm of enemies like I just was, that's a more difficult task because, you might not be able to, on low health, go out and try to kill someone. It's just not going to work out for you. It might not work out for you. You have to be very skilled and be able to kill someone and grab their gun and get away. It can actually be a very long process depending on what enemy you're targeting. So, yeah, of course. But yeah, weapons in this game, even vehicles, have limited ammo. However, vehicles, they have more ammo. You can get jobs done with them. However, it also at the same time makes you have to limit how much ammo you're using in a vehicle. It's not like in Just Cause 3 where you just spray and pray, But I think we're just about coming up on the next clip, and I'm actually going to talk about the water in this game. I haven't showed that off yet, as you can see. I'm just kind of flying around. But the water in this game, as you're about to see, and here I am in a boat, is very disappointing. I mean, you can't see any wake forming. It's probably because I'm in a sailboat, but you see that big boat right there, you can see the little white line behind them of water, but you can't see, there's no wake, there's no waves. The water's just flat. It's way too smooth, in my opinion. There's no thrill to it. It's just kind of smooth sailing, which I don't like. I mean, I don't know if it varies, if there's a storm or something, it'll actually bring water physics in, or if anything like that'll happen. But as you can see at the current moment, that's not what's happening. It's just smooth water, and I just don't like that. I don't, because it doesn't feel right. It feels like there should definitely be waves here. I mean, they made a fucking physics engine that can calculate off of a tornado. If you're in a tornado or an object's in a tornado, it can actually calculate real time where the damn thing would land. Alright, dude? But they can't simulate water physics? They can't simulate waves or wake? I don't get it. What? They definitely have the technology to do it, so I don't know what they're doing right here. But, I mean, it's whatever. They still made a very stunning game. I still love this game otherwise, and there's Rico giving a bit of a woohoo. Of course, this is much louder than I'm probably gonna have in the actual video. But, yeah, oh, yeah, that's embarrassing right there. Also, I have noticed that recovering in this game is a bit weird, because you just don't do it. But, I mean, it takes forever. You can't spam X anymore and recover in midair. No, you can't. And also, this is embarrassing. Yeah, that's always embarrassing, dying to a tree. And of course, I think here I was just trying to show off, the sounds in this game are very crisp and good, and they sound very realistic. But also, anyway, tomorrow is actually my birthday. I'm gonna be 13 years old. Really don't need to add that in, but I'm just saying that anyway. Yeah. And also, happy 2018, happy 2018, just with a 9 at the end. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this, and remember, don't fall in the hole. So another thing I actually wanted to talk about was a lot of people said that they ran into performance issues. A YouTuber I actually watched, his name's Badact. He said that the first time he actually tried to load up the game, it crashed on him, which completely sucks. I mean, like, imagine loading up a game for the first time and it completely crashing on you. But I mean, like, performance issues otherwise I've not had. I mean, like, I've not had any game-breaking bugs or glitches. I mean, I've had, glitches where NPCs will go through floors, but, or like, where birds will stay in place, where we'll fucking break the skybox. Or, yeah, NPCs will break the fucking skybox. But other than that, I've not had any game-breaking glitches that affected, my gameplay. And the other reason I'm making this segment is because I want to make a less rushed outro. So yeah, I hope you guys really did take my my opinions into account. Of course, if you do end up buying the game, I really, like, if you played Just Cause 4 or Just Cause 3 and enjoyed it, I think you should really get this game. But you don't have to, of course. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you did, remember to fucking comment and subscribe, or I will eat all your cookies. And of course, remember,